Hi, everyone. I'm Bridget from Mass Culture. A couple of weeks ago, we had a discussion about the current climate and basically an analysis of the arts when it comes to funding in these COVID-related times. As part of that conversation, we had Devon from ThinkLink Graphics recording the conversation. And what we've come up with is this fantastic visual to explain some of the concepts that came up. So I have Devon with us here today. And Devon, I'm hoping you can give us just a bit of an explanation about how you work and how this fantastic image came to be. So can you share a few insights with us?
Yeah, thanks. Hi. This was a fascinating conversation. I was so glad to be a part of it. So I was in the background sketching away some visual notes and illustrations while the discussion happened. And it was an interesting moment in time because it was a discussion about the federal budget, but there wasn't actually a federal budget available to be talked about yet. So it was
Exactly.
really turned into this beautiful conversation about kind of where the arts are now, what does funding mean, what's the role of arts, and what are all these vectors of change kind of pushing on the arts and culture sector and all of us as people really at the moment. So it was really fun and a good challenge to capture all of the details in here. I kind of take a step back when I'm listening in graphic recording and I try and listen for those big topics. And for this, what was jumping out at me was really the whole conversation around sustainability, accessibility, but how it relates to the digital divide and funding dollars going into digital platforms and doing things online. Definitely funding was a thread that went throughout the whole conversation. And there was a really interesting, probably 20 minutes near the end, talking about privacy and social media and the double-edged sword of kind of promoting your arts, but also worrying about privacy and theft and all of those kinds of things. But yeah, by the end of the discussion, it really turned into this consensus about like, we're in this revolutionary moment and what is the role of the arts really, and how can we keep doing what we're doing, and are we relying on funding or not even. So it was really interesting. I went back through and tried to add a lot of imagery to some of the concepts. Overall, it kind of shows the journey that we were on during that discussion, and there's a lot that came out of it. So you can really spend some time looking through the details.
Wanted to add that, of course, when people view the actual conversation at the end of that discussion, you did share what you currently had, and you had mentioned just how rich the conversation was, and
Yeah.
that you were capturing notes, and that it was really a great exercise to step away and then listen back to the
Mm.
conversation and your notes and come up with these great images, which are just so, I mean, they're fantastic. I was praising you earlier about
Yeah.
just what a Herculean task it is. So
Yeah, it was a great challenge. I mean, in the moment, in the meeting, it was possible to share a little draft of the notes and pictures I was capturing. But really, it was so fascinating to listen back to the recording and kind of give it a bit more life and make sure that I was capturing a few more things, a few more ideas and pictures.
That's great. Excellent. So to all of our viewers, again, take the time, read through all the different visuals and images. If anything, strikes you, or if it's something you'd like to talk about, definitely come onto the Mass Culture Twitter account or Facebook page and share your ideas. And definitely have a listen to the conversation earlier. Lots of great conversations, a fantastic panel, Aku Canal, fantastic facilitation. Yeah, so again, thanks, Devon, so much
Thank
for
you.
explaining, and yeah, and ThinkLink Graphics, fantastic work. Thanks so much. Take care, everybody.
Thanks.